yeah. Welcome to Inside the Booth. Oh, yeah, everybody. Thank you for joining us. All right, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Booth. I'm your host, Dan the Law, and I am the Law. Listen up, everybody. I am doing a spoiler-free review for Wolverine, Deadpool, and Wolverine. As you can see on here, this is Deadpool and Wolverine. So I'm doing a spoiler-free review. I'm just going to talk about it. I watched it last night, and it was a good movie. I'm not doing any categories or anything like that. I'm just doing the regular talk about Wolverine and Deadpool 3. But before we get into that, I just want to do a quick commercial.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. And don't forget, everybody, we have a new design from a few weeks ago. Go ahead and buy yourself something at insidetheboothtv.com/shop and get yourself some merchandise. We got a lot of things, and if you like what we do here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, vanquish the like button, and ding the bell for more notifications for when we post and go live like this all the time. Yeah. So there you go, guys. Just a real quick review on Wolverine and Deadpool. Because, I mean, who doesn't like Wolverine? I guess you could say who doesn't like Deadpool. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine for the last 25 years. Can you believe that? 25 years. So I watched this movie last night. I took my son, my 12-year-old son, and I think he's old enough, mature enough to listen to the swear words. There's a lot of cussing in this movie. Almost every sentence is a cuss word. Maybe every other sentence is a cuss word. And he enjoyed the movie for what it was. I enjoyed the movie for what it is, for what it was or what it is. I don't know. What would you say? Was or is because it is a movie. He didn't particularly like a lot of the swearing, and he didn't understand some of the jokes. So if you have a 12-year-old between 12 and I don't know, let's say 18, and you just kind of if you go to watch this with your family, go ahead and if they're mature enough, watch it. If they're not, you don't have to take them. Go by yourself. If you are sensitive to cussing and blood and gore, it's probably not a movie for you. But it's actually quite a good movie. This is something Disney and Marvel should be doing all the time. Is a movie like this, for the older generation, like my age, this was a fun-filled movie. Does it have issues? Yeah. Does Deadpool break the fourth wall all the time? Of course he does. This is a Deadpool movie. If you haven't seen any Deadpool movies, he's always, looking at the camera and talking to the audience. He breaks the fourth wall constantly. and he makes fun of Disney and how Disney has been doing things. And there actually is a couple of jokes in there about the whole wokeness. And um, I think, and in this movie, I think it's done as comedic relief. I know a lot of people watching this laughed. The audience that was sitting in the theater with me at just to let everybody know, I go to the Star Theater here in my hometown. Support your local businesses. That's all I have to say. So I enjoyed this movie. It is a good movie. Deadpool is in search of, obviously, if you've seen the trailers, you know what's going on. He's in search of help. I guess apparently his timeline is this. I don't know how not to get into spoilers, and this might not be like a spoiler. I don't know. So maybe a tiny spoiler. I hope this is spoiler free. I've always done spoiler reviews on everything I do, so this might be a little hard for me. So his timeline is basically coming to an end. Like the lifespan of Earth is coming to an end, and he has to save that. And he wants to save it because of his family and friends, whatever. And he needs help, and the only way he thinks he can get the help is from Wolverine. And he searches for Wolverine, and not trying to spoil anything, but there is a montage of searching for Wolverines in different timelines, and it is a fun time to watch. I'm not gonna tell you everything. It's just fun. It is great. I loved it. I wish it was a little longer. You remember, if you've seen, for those of you who have seen the origins of Wolverine and the montage in the beginning where you see Wolverine, from the old time coming into kind of the nowadays situation. People were like, "Oh, I would love to see more of that part of the Wolverine situation." And there is a lot of, there's that in this movie where it's like, "Oh, I would have loved to seen it a little bit longer," seen what was happening. But they do quick cuts, quick shots of it, of him searching for Wolverine, and it's so cool. I will be watching it again on Wednesday. So for those of you who are in my area, Dansville, New York, go ahead and come join me at my local Dansville Star Theater on Wednesday at 1:00. I'm going to be watching it with a few friends, and then I will do a spoiler review, but this is spoiler free, everybody. So it's a fun movie. If you like the action, you like the old Deadpool movies, you like Wolverine. I do have to say this though, if you haven't seen the X-Men movies, if you haven't seen some of the Marvel movies, then there is a lot of cameos. You will not understand the cameos if you've never seen any of those X-Men movies or the Avenger movies, or the other Marvel movies. And and obviously, if you've seen some of the trailers, you've already seen some of the cameos. But this is filled with cameos. It is a fun time, and it is not just filled with cameos, but filled with action, blood, and it's a very enjoyable movie. If you are sensitive, like I said before, if you're sensitive to cussing and you're sensitive to sexual jokes, this movie might not be for you. But if you don't care about that stuff and you just want to have to sit down and have a fun watch of a movie, this movie's fun. It's a fun movie to watch. And yes, some of the nitpicks that I've heard is that it's hard to follow what's going on with the storyline because you forget about why he's doing what he's doing because of the dynamic of Deadpool and Wolverine. It kind of puts the plot and the storyline on the back burner because everybody wants to see Deadpool and Wolverine. And this is a movie of just basically Deadpool and Wolverine. Yes, the plot is there, the storyline is there, but it's a little weak. It's not the best, but it is a fun watch and it's a fun time. I've heard somebody say already on one of their spoiler-free reviews is that what you saw in the trailers is what you get, basically, because they did not try to bamboozle anybody and say, "Oh, here's this," but you get a whole different movie. No, this is what the trailers showed you what it is, and it's a fun movie. So I encourage everybody to go out and watch this movie. It is not filled or pushes any woke agendas. It actually makes fun of it. So go ahead and watch this movie. Show Disney and show Marvel that this is the kind of movies we like to see. Not the junk that they've already put out there that we're just kind of like, you screwed things up, Disney. But this one is good because I think Ryan Reynolds definitely had a lot to do with this, and so did some of the directors and things. And said, you know what, Disney, we're not doing that whole pushing wokeness. We're actually going to make fun of it and have fun with these movies. Just like the other two Deadpool movies, it's basically fun and makes fun of stupid things that the world is going through. And this actually gets you out of some of the politics and what world stuff is going on today, and it makes fun of stuff. This is what comedy is supposed to be, and it's just a fun time, So I encourage everybody, go out and watch this movie. Go have fun. If you are in a bigger theater and you can buy the popcorn buckets and everything, this would be a great movie to buy these dumb, goofy popcorn buckets. I wish that our theater was a bigger theater where they would sell those buckets, because I would buy one for sure. But it's not, and that's okay. It's not a big deal. So that's basically what I got to say. Spoiler free. It's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I definitely give it more of a higher score. If I were to review this with another friend of mine, I would probably get at least 8 to 10. There are some issues with the with cinematography. There are some issues with some CGI, but it's not terrible. There's just like 2 or 3 parts, but it's not terrible. I definitely would give this maybe more of a 4 out of 5, or a 3.5 out of 5. But if I reviewed this with a friend, it would probably get like an 8 out of 10. It's just a guesstimation of what it would be. It's definitely on the higher level of, like a better movie. It's definitely a good movie. So I hope you guys enjoy the movie. Go ahead and watch it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. It's been about 15 minutes now, and I don't want this review to be too long. And I've basically said what I was going to say. So that's it. I will do a spoiler review later on, maybe in a couple of weeks or so. I am going to watch this movie again with some family and friends, and I hope that everybody gets to go out and watch this movie and have a good time. Like I said, though, if you are sensitive to sexual jokes, or sensitive to blood and gore, or sensitive to cussing, this movie might not be for you. And that's all I have to say. Me, that stuff doesn't bother me. You know, I can look past it as long as I'm having a good time watching the movie. And that's it. That's my personal opinion. Other people might have different opinions. And that's it. So thanks everybody for coming and joining us here real quickly with this quick live spontaneous review. God bless you guys. Hope you have a great and wonderful day today and the days to come. And if you go watch this movie, or if you have seen it already, leave me a comment in the section down below and tell me what you think of this movie. And until next time, guys, we will see you Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless and have a wonderful, great day. And, of course, thanks for watching.